Hi, I'm Jeanne Fuelling. I am a franchise owner of StretchLab. I have 3 studios, one in Rocky River, one in Avon, one in Strongsville, which is where we are now. So StretchLab offers one-on-one assisted stretching. Every person that walks through that door, our goal is to give them a customized stretching program. And people come in for all kinds of different reasons. We see everyone from high school. We see high school athletes that want to, their parents want to make sure that they're being stretched properly for injury prevention, all the way up to we have a 92-year-old that comes in and she just wants to live a better life. We have seen her gait improve so much as she's been coming on a regular basis. A lot of the benefits of stretching are improved mobility, advanced flexibility, better posture, less stress. So there are a ton of benefits by having a consistent and routine stretching program. And one-on-one assisted stretching is something that you cannot get that deep of a stretch on your own. So that's one of the big things we tout is that you just, I always encourage everybody to stretch every day on their own, but to come in here for a really deep, consistent stretch. So some issues that we ran into early on, I'll say this first, as a very new business owner, you don't know what you don't know. I myself came from the corporate world, so I had never ran a small business myself. So 3 years ago I was a little bit lost, and I had always had an HR department that helped me with things. I always had payroll that was taken care of, and so there was just so much I didn't know. Such as how to handle employee disciplinary actions, the proper way to do it, so that they're safe and we're safe. So things like that I really hadn't thought through in advance are things that I desperately needed help with. My day-to-day was insane. I felt like I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, as the saying goes. So my first studio was in Rocky River, and I was there a lot. I mean, I hired one staff originally, and then we slowly built that team in Rocky River. So there was just a lot of hands-on. We were all just trying to figure out what we were doing. I relied heavily on my corporate office, my StretchLab corporate office, which is in California, for assistance and resources, but a lot of it was just day-to-day. Okay, what do we do now? How do we figure this out? What happens next? My day-to-day initially was just hectic. I did not expect that I would have as many difficulties as I did. I had always, again, I'm gonna go back to that. I didn't know what I didn't know, and I'd had a pretty successful career on the corporate side. I was always in sales, and I just thought, open a small business, it's easy, I know what I'm doing. And I really, truly didn't expect to run into all the issues that I did and that I didn't know how to handle. And it really took a lot of time and education in trying to figure out how to move forward with all those things. So as I mentioned, the HR issues, I really wanted to make sure that, that my employees were taken care of and I was handling things appropriately and carefully. So I was introduced to GMS through, everything is always about relationships. So my bookkeeper at the time, who had some other clients that were with GMS, introduced me to Andy, who was my sales rep and who told me all about GMS and introduced me to all the things that you could do for me. And my biggest thing, I think, was that you were local. I'm a big fan of working with a local person that can really, I know they're there for me, and it's just a better feeling than calling an 800 number. They don't know who I'm speaking with. They're 25 states away, often in a different time zone than I am. I really wanted to have that local feeling. I think that the feeling that I could get some hand-holding, which I really felt that I needed hand-holding. And what I mean by that is someone who really could come and, bring all these resources to the table, take the time to explain it to me, work with me, and help me to get my payroll set up, help me to figure out, my employee manual, what I needed to put in my employee manual. I'll go back to that local hand-holding feeling. I had a recent experience. My bookkeeper, unfortunately, who was helping me with my payroll, passed away a few months ago, and I relied on him for so much, especially in terms of the payroll. So I had to figure out payroll all by myself. And Molly Chapman, who is my account manager at GMS, she literally came to my house for 3 weeks in a row and sat at my kitchen table and walked me through not only how to do payroll, but my payroll is complicated in the fact that my Club Ready is who we use here at StretchLab, doesn't run like. Everything's somewhat manual, so I needed to take all these spreadsheets that I'm running, put them into another spreadsheet, set up formulas, which I am not good at. And Molly took the time to set up my Excel spreadsheets, code them for me so that I could easily do it. And again, she literally held my hand for 3 weeks and got me going. And I know that like every other week when I'm working on payroll, now I'm able to do it by myself. She doesn't have to come to my house, but I call her, like, Molly, help me. I've got this one situation. How do I do this? That was just tremendous. Payroll is essential, and how easily it is that we do it now. So the services that GMS offers that are critical and essential are, of course, the payroll and how the payroll is managed, along with maybe HR services are just as important, if not more important. All of the things that are provided with that HR, our employee manual, which is critical, any employee disciplinary paperwork that needs to be done, and the help that's provided along with that, and the fact that I can offer voluntary dental and vision through my payroll for my employees. It's a nice added perk and a nice added benefit that we can say we offer. Since we've started with GMS, and I will take a step back, and my initial payroll company was with a large national carrier. And since we have moved to GMS, which was 2 years ago, I have noticed that it's helped grow our business because the help that I've gotten through GMS has helped me to grow because I'm not spending all the time that I was on certain things that I had to before. So it's helped me to grow in that, I know that some things will be taken care of. I don't have to worry about it. I can focus on the things that are important, and that is growing this business. I do not at this point intend to open any more, but what I do intend to do is focus on these 3 to really grow. We need to grow. We want to grow members. We want to grow revenue. We want to grow our employees. We want to help our employees be as successful as they possibly can, and to grow the wellness. We're in wellness, and it is so important that everybody that walks through the door, be it an employee, be it our members, be it somebody that just pops in to ask what the heck we do here, feels good that they are leaving in a better place than when they came in. I would highly recommend GMS to any small business owner that is looking for a partner, a local partner that can help them. I can't say enough good things about the experience that I've had. The people that work at GMS have been so welcoming and so warm and so helpful, and I would highly recommend considering GMS for a vendor.